Hi, this is Steve Pemberton from Pemberton Homes and eXp Realty. And I frequently get questions asked. And today, the question that I'm going to answer is going to be, should I buy a home in an environment of rising interest rates? And the answer is yes. And I'll tell you why. If we look at historical measures, right now, interest rates are very, very low. And keeping in mind that for those of you that know me, I've been in the real estate business for more than 4 decades, so I've seen pretty much everything. When I started in 1978, interest rates were 9.75%. And people said, that was really a big number compared to what they were 10 years before. Well, within 2 years, in 3 years specifically, was the highest interest rate anybody had ever seen, and they went as high as 17.5%. Did people buy homes? Of course they did. Matter of fact, they bought a lot of homes. In that particular year, I sold 75 homes, and it was my 3rd year in real estate. So people don't stop buying homes. What's going to happen is people still are going to get married. People are still going to have changes in family circumstances, and people will still need to move around the country due to job transfers and other types of things that would cause somebody to want to move. Perhaps it's retirement. So if interest rates are on the rise, and from a year ago, they are considerably higher than what they were. However, if we look at interest rates in terms of a snapshot, if a person were to buy, let's take the average home, and let's say it's, for ease of math, $400,000. If that $400,000 home today is 2 percentage points higher than what it was a year ago, that's roughly $8,000 more annually in interest, which can be tax deductible, and you should certainly seek the advice of a CPA or tax professional. However, that equates to about $730 a month in interest. Now, that seems like a great deal of money, but keep in mind that that's short-term borrowing, because it's very likely that interest rates, not only at the rate that they're at, will go up and they'll go down. So if you're there for short term in terms of the borrowing, you can always refinance. The good news is when you do refinance, you get a lower rate and you get a much lower payment. But if you stay out of the marketplace, the price of housing many times can escape you. So that same $400,000 home, if it increases in value 5% a year, that's $20,000. And in 2 years, that's $40,000. If you dumb that down a little bit and made it 3%, it's $12,000 and $24,000. Can you save $12,000 or $24,000 within that time period and make up the difference? Maybe, maybe not. But what I found is when I started my career and interest rates were where they were at 9.75%, and then eventually got nearly 18%, people that bought homes that were, in those days, the average price of a property was $55,000. That same home today is $400,000. And don't you wish you would have owned 15 or 20 of those? So the bottom line is, I always look at interest rates as a short-term phenomenon. They're going to go up, they're going to go down, and eventually you'll find a balance or where the fulcrum is that makes some sense for you. On a personal side, I remember buying investment property back in the 1980s when interest rates were, they had come down to 12%. So I bought investment property at 12%. The good news is 12 years later, I refinanced it, pulled $150,000 out of that property, and was able to buy 3 more. And those 3 properties then were worth quadruple what the price that I sold the other one for. So real estate is always a great long-term bet. Hedging your bets on interest rates, it's fine, but you can be in the market now and still be a winner. And don't we all want to be a winner? That's my commentary today on rising interest rates and my spin on real estate. Thanks for watching. I'm Steve Pemberton, Pemberton Homes, eXp Realty. You can reach me at 612-386-8570 or steve@teampemberton.com. Thanks so much.